War. War never changes.
Greetings, and welcome to the finale of Vault 494, a Vault-Tec Story.
Let's do this.
So what you just saw was my failure as a tip to pacify Vault Vigilantes, which don't ask me what Vault Vigilantes are because I didn't even know these guys were down here. I thought everyone in the vault was dead. So when I first entered, I encountered these Vigilantes and thought, hey, maybe I can pacify them and maybe get them to talk. No, they just want to kill. Kill is their agenda. Now, on the last playthrough, we had just found out that the Vault 494 had underwent a horrible experiment on their vault dwellers, and it went wrong, it went south. I think this is the aftermath of that social experiment.
Back here, damn it!
What just happened?
I don't know why I did that. It was pretty savage of me, if I may say so myself, but we just seen Julie Harrison and Jack Stanton amongst these Vault Vigilantes, and in fact, they are all ghoul-looking-ish, which means quite possibly these guys have been here for a very long time. You know, usually when we encounter ghouls that can talk, that is. I mean, granted, these didn't talk, but usually when we've encountered ghouls, they've been where they are for a while. And we just seen a ghoulified Julie Harrison. I believe Julie Harrison was the widow of the other Harrison guy that was murdered, and Jack Stanton, one of the people who saw evil within the vault and wanted to change that. So,
My God, a person, an ordinary person. I thought I'd never see a face like that again. Please tell me, how long has it been? Tell me.
The Great War has been over for 200 years.
I'm not going to talk
200
much
years.
during this part, so.
Could it really be? 200 years of staring at that horrible face at the window. Oh God, this vault.
What happened here?
It was awful. Just awful. Everything was so chaotic at the start. I didn't even think twice about running the Vault-Tec's insane experiment.
Have you been here for 200 years?
If that's how long it's been, then yes. Everything in the vault ran smoothly for maybe 7 years. Then the residents started rioting.
Why can't you just leave?
Until you got here, I was trapped. The door you came through only opens from one side. The one side behind me is broken. I've been waiting 200 years. Waiting for them to guess the password. It seemed inevitable. I can't keep this to myself anymore. I have to tell someone. Do you have time to listen to my story?
His story's pretty lengthy, so bear with me.
I'm listening.
I don't know how much you've worked out from seeing the vault, but I'll start at the beginning. I don't know how they knew so early, but I received a warning that nuclear war was on its way, over an hour before the bombs hit. I arrived at the vault before anybody else. Vault-Tec was paying the owner of the mini-mart above, Frank, I think that was his name, to stay open 7 days. I told him I was here for the tests. When the alarm sounded, I could see what was going on through the CCTV. Everyone was pushing and shoving, trying to get in. Things calmed down a little when Chief Stone arrived and made a show of force. I don't know how it happened, but the Assaultron turned on. It attacked the Mini-Mart staff and a Vault scientist.
What happened to them?
They were all killed. The Mini-Mart staff didn't have a place in the program. When they tried to force their way in, the Assaultron attacked.
That must have been terrible.
It was. And it wasn't even the worst part. Once everyone was locked in the vault, my new directive became unlocked. I discovered that Vault-Tec had intentionally left us without a security force. None of the volunteers were sent an alert. They never arrived. It was all part of some insane experiment that I was to conduct, the first stage of which was involved barring Chief Stone from entering the population. Of everything I did as overseer, that is what I am most ashamed of. I did it without question. I locked down the elevator and left him in the gear room. He sent me so many messages. They started off angry, and then he begged. He gradually became less coherent. I started deleting them without even reading. Then one day they stopped. I only met Chief Stone once, during induction. He seemed like a good man, and I betrayed him.
He really did betray that guy. Betray. I think I said betrayed. It's just so messed up, though, because we had seen the terminal down there, and that guy really did go crazy.
Things were so chaotic that day. I thought maybe Vault-Tec would find out, that they would shut the whole program down if I disobeyed them. I thought I was helping.
That's terrible.
You don't know the half of it. I think about him sometimes. I suppose he died up there. Things were so chaotic after the bombs. With no security force, I was expected to enforce the discipline by simply asking the residents not to commit crimes. They would work in the Vault exchange for behavior.
Look how well that worked out.
They could spend those at machines. They were also to attend seminars teaching them how to not to be criminals. We wouldn't enforce attendance, so I incentivized them with tokens. I was powerless to unlock anyone who committed a crime. None of the doors in the vault were fitted with locks, and we had no jail facilities.
What happened after that?
Surprisingly, it went well at first. By well, I mean it didn't go wrong. I recruited the science staff to serve as an amateur security, and we made a cell in the lab. Most people we asked to spend time in there did. We had more than enough walkout to start sowing discontent among the residents. We had a spat of thefts, large number of behavior tokens going missing. People started refusing to spend time in any of the cells, even those who used to. What really started things off was the murder. Julie Harrison's husband. I can't remember his name now.
Like, and the dialogue options, kind of spicy if I say so myself.
What did you do?
I did everything in my power to find who was responsible, which was very little. We found out the guy who done it pretty quickly. It was a guy called Carl Peters. He was drinking and doing drugs. God knows where he got it all from.
Probably
He
made
walked
him.
straight into Harrison's quarters, killed the father, and stole the behavioral tokens. We tried to detain him, but he got violent. He wouldn't go to any seminars. We couldn't do anything. Another arrest.
Sure.
As soon as the rioting broke out, I issued. The science team held off the residents as long as I couldn't save.
Unfortunately, I skipped that part on accident. I wasn't trying to, but it just happened. My controller was positioned a certain way.
How
and
did you end up as
I just started skipping stuff. My bad,
How
but
you
you can
call
always
what happened
pause
to
the
me?
video and read his
Seems appropriate.
dialogue.
I think somebody must have damaged the generators. When I go down to the chamber, I found a door where it won't open. The escape tunnels were flooded with radiation. I could see by my hands and Jack's face that it was changing us. It was a long time before I found out I didn't age. I didn't get hungry or thirsty. I was doomed to be killed. Jack made sure I knew it was slow. I guess it's what I would get for going along with Vault-Tec's experiments. But what choice did I have? I did the best I could with the resources I had.
Is there anything else I should know?
Nope. That's it. That's my story. I try to find out why Vault-Tec did what they did, but we'll never know. When I declare the state of emergency, it opens some more files. I found out Vault-Tec had intentionally interspersed known criminals into the population. They did it just to see what would happen. They even had contingencies in place in case of rioting.
That is crazy.
And they were deliberately built.
Just shows you just how messed up
as access
the society,
here, take the files.
the secret society,
and my log too. Someone might as well
is in this
here.
Fallout universe.
Look,
and just how little people really care about people, even in like high, tense, really cataclysmic situations.
Not left as a twisted museum piece. If you overload the generators, it should create an explosion big enough to seal the entrance. We'll all be buried here.
You aren't stuck here. You could leave if you wanted.
But I don't want to. I've spent more of my life in this cave than out of it. It's almost normal to me now. Besides, I don't deserve to leave.
All right, I'll do it.
Thank you. You're doing the right thing. It should be easy to do. Just go up to each generator and pull out anything that looks important. That should short out the whole system. Within a few minutes, the place will blow up. Just be quick. When you damage the generators, the room will fill with radiation. You'll probably only have a few minutes to run to the exit. I'll almost certainly be killed, but you can just kill me before you leave if you'd rather. I don't care. It's up to you.
Now, this is a moment in which they give you the power to more or less play God. And I'm always weary about situations like this. I don't really like to do it, but I kind of weigh the morals here. It kind of takes me a second to really weigh the morals. I think, do I want to kill him and end his suffering fast? Or do I want him to have the thought of impending doom coming that he won't really know about? And I couldn't really decide. It took me a second to decide, but before I did that, we're going to check out his personal log, the one where he keeps, I guess, all of his personal notes that he made throughout his stay here in the vault. And nothing really too interesting. It's more or less a word for word jot down of what he just told us, the story he just told us. So, I mean, there's some extra, I guess, details in there, but nothing just out of the way like, whoa, he didn't say that to us already, so. And as usual, you guys can always pause it and read it. I'm just letting it play out, really. I'm not gonna fast forward through this, so hopefully it gives you guys enough time to read each note. And there you have it. That was my decision. I didn't know at first what to do or what I should do. Then I really thought about it, and I just came to this conclusion. I just decided to shoot him. What did you guys decide to do? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know why you felt doing what you did was the right thing. I felt like shooting him was the better decision. At least, I guess, more or less, we get closure as the player, knowing that for sure he's dead. More or less being a hand of justice in that, right? I mean, of course, yeah, he probably could have died from this ensuing explosion of the vault we are going to do, but you never know, so just to be sure, I guess. But since we're kind of getting near the end of this video, blowing up the vault is really the only thing we have left to do. Let's kind of just talk about some of the things that I liked about this vault. Again, the story, as usual, Sedan, amazing. I love it. I was literally captivated by this story. Just listening to Dr. Richards recap it all for me was just wow. I mean, I don't usually get lost in mods, but this was a really good mod plot. I really liked it from beginning to end. It was just crazy how in the end it just happened to be, you know, one huge malice experiment on a group of undeserving people by Vault-Tec people who were more or less kind of, you know, appointed to protect these people in the event of an apocalyptic scenario, and instead they just chose to subject them to an experiment. And you know, it's crazy, but I mean, I guess things like that are possible, especially in a not so perfect society. But yeah, voice acting was really great. Loved the voice acting. Great. I mean, the way he set up the mod as far as having everything in a particular place was great. Not a lot of loot. I mean, we got Uncle Monty's rifle, but that was about it. You guys might be mad at me for what I do next. You know, I just think we're called the sole survivor for a reason. I mean, hey, was I wrong? I felt like maybe putting the robot out of his misery was just too. He had been there just as long as everybody else, and I'm sure he wouldn't want to be the sole survivor of this tragedy that was Vault 494 and the, you know, horrible experiment. I thought it would have been really cool if the vault would have closed. I think it would have been a nice touch to it, but unfortunately the vault does not close back. And did you guys notice that the music wasn't the same either? It was more of a, you know, this is it kind of thing going on with the music. I mean, I know when we first got there it was like, oh, you found heaven, but at the end it was like, but really it was hell. Yeah, I like that. I liked every element and aspect of this mod. This was a really great mod, and I can't wait for the next one, honestly. But yeah, so that's it. The vault exploded just like he said it would. And, yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else I wanted to say. I didn't know about the Assaultron killing all those people, but now it makes sense why the Assaultron was still up there and all these people were dead in the beginning of this mod. Now that makes sense. Wow, it was a really great mod. What did you guys think of this mod? You should definitely let me know in the comment section. What was your favorite part about this mod? What was your least favorite part about this mod? I am here for a discussion, and I would love to have a discussion about this mod. Overall, I definitely give this mod a rating of 8.5 out of 10. Not enough rare goods. I would love to have gotten some guns from that, maybe. I mean, we got this Super Stim Pack, which I didn't create any of them, sadly, but I don't know, maybe more weapons. I don't know, maybe I'm just complaining about it. 8.5 out of 10 is a really good score, though. You did really good, Sedan. Keep up the great work, man. Love your mods. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching. You guys rock. And, peace.